Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Once again, the shenanigans continue. Yes, sir. The clown show is still here. More than ever. More than ever now. And here we are, back at it. Savage Wall Street, going live, making sure people are up to date in what's going on with the market and taking advantage of what the market has to offer. So, we have a government shutdown, my friends. Government shutdown. Nobody's talking to anybody. The people in charge are saying that, in fact, they are not in charge. They're gonna let the other team take the fall for this. When in fact, there's one there's one party that has all three branches of government, but yet here we are. It's very hard to take and to deal with when you have clowns running your government. But there's the old saying: elect clowns, expect a circus. Either way, whether these clowns want to work or not, whether they want to keep the government open or not, essential services will still, they'll still work, right? Um, I feel bad for people that are kind of filling out paperwork, um, so they can get Medicaid and Social Security, and people that have to do some type of edits and stuff, that they will be in limbo. A lot of people are going to lose their insurance. It's going to be a shit show, my friends. Let's just not sugarcoat it. But this has happened before, right? This happened in 2018, something like that. And it was actually Donald Trump who was president again then, right? And so the government was shut down for like a month. I don't know what to expect on this one, but you know what? Unemployment numbers also do not look great. However, that gives us a little more rocket fuel, right, for the cuts that are going to happen or that may happen in the future. We don't know what's going to happen, right? And don't expect any type of government numbers to come out on Friday. I think this is by design. Um, who didn't want all these numbers to come out, because they'll just look bad in their administration, right? You have unemployment at like all-time highs. You have people that are actually you have all these employment numbers that are being revisited and edited, and we've actually lost over 1 million jobs that were actually not created. We were told these jobs were created in the past 12 months. They have not been. And so what are you going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am going to take advantage of this opportunity and keep making money, because no matter who is in the White House, no matter what clowns are in charge of the Senate, I have to pay my bills. You have to pay your bills. You have to pay your mortgage or rent. You have to pay your car note. You have to pay transportation for gas, for your groceries that keep on getting more and more expensive. So what do we do to mitigate? We sell covered calls and we sell cash secure puts, thus giving us a nice little advantage on the overall of things, right? So good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. It is I, the Savage of Wall Street, going live once again. And this morning, it's a little later than usual when I go on, but I have a lot to do today. I'm not gonna be on for long. But I wanted to come in here and kind of like just walk you guys off of the ledge and let you guys know that this has happened before. We'll be fine, especially us, right? Because we sell covered calls for a living. That's what we do. So don't get all bent out of shape. Yes, these clowns in government, they do stupid shit. That's just to put it mildly. Um, they uh, they don't do their jobs, yet they expect to get paid for it. However, the custodians that are working around the clock there, people that are in the armed services, they're not going to get paid. I really seriously think that these clowns should peg, any type of government pay to their paychecks, and their schedule. So like if nobody in the government's getting paid, they should not get paid. Moreover, I think they should peg um, their their salary to the minimum wage. That's just an idea of mine, because do you think they wouldn't bump the minimum wage, the national minimum wage, if they were getting paid by the hour minimum wage? I think they would. I think a lot of the problems would be solved that way. Who do we have here this morning? Bobby Atkinson is number one. What is up? The boom man. That is a fact, my friend. Savage is number one. Thank you, my friend Beach Boy. I see you. I go by deep. The music is too loud. I know that was the whole point. It's just to wake people up. And to let you know, there is a clown show happening. Good morning, says Kent's mom. Good morning, Kent's mom. Micah Gubazal saying good morning. Hector in the house. Chevra is in the house saying good morning. Charlie C2 is in the house saying have it. Hello, Savage. Always be writing is in the house. And Mac Easy 510 able. Thanks for the knowledge, Savage. All good, my friend. I hope you wrote some cover calls on SoFi. If you didn't, this is another chance. I hope you wrote some cover calls on Arcturus. Yesterday, I let you guys know about Arcturus, and I said there was some 1750s that were being sold, some cash secure puts expiring November. They were giving you $5 for those. $5. Right now, those were going for $4 because it hit a little pop. So you could have made $100 in one day. You could have just bought that back today. 510, 520 yesterday. Today, buy back for $4, $3.90. I think you would have made 110, 120 bucks, just like that, in hours, my friends. In hours, it is possible. Let's see here. Neo's at a 52-week high. Let me see. You know what? I talked about QuantumScape yesterday briefly, and I said QuantumScape was like at 12 bucks, I think. And I told people about $12 cash secure puts. I said you go $12 cash secure puts out to, I want to say November, but I'm not sure. Was it November? Yeah, it was November's. And those $12 cash secure puts were going for like, I think 190, 195. I know because I sold a few of those and I just bought them back today for 120. So, three of those, 190 to 120 is a $70 per contract, right? That's three of them. That's 210 bucks, just like that in one day. I don't have to wait until November 21st. Guess what? Because in one day I made 33 to 35%. Why would I wait the rest of the 2 months so that I can get the extra 70%? 65%. It just makes no sense, right? So like, take money off the table whenever it is that you can take money off the table. Nobody ever got hurt taking money off the table. If you didn't, quite all right. There's nothing wrong. Like if you decided, hey, I don't want to take money off the table because guess what? I said I was going to buy these shares at this price point. I'm totally okay being put those shares at that price point. Guess what? You don't have to do anything. Just make money. It's that simple. Kilua Dre is in the house saying what's up. Karen D's in the house saying good morning. Guys, good morning to you all. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys have seen the opportunity and where it is this morning and pounced on it, right? That's kind of what we do. I see that ASST hit a pop this morning at like 5 a.m. And it was up around 13%, and it's down 10% from then. Expected, very wild stock. I don't recommend any of you guys to get in there. Webull, I told you guys yesterday. I think Webull was around, I would say 14.25 or something. And I told you guys $15 cash secure puts on Webull out to January 2026 are giving you $300. That's a good ride. $300 to $325. I see nothing wrong with it, my friends. Get paid to buy the stock. Let's see. AI this morning. It's a little red. It tried to go upwards, but it's a lot going on. So at this point, we're just trying to figure out which way it wants to go. I personally believe the 1750 2027 expiry date On AI, those are not terrible. Those are actually some really good long-term uh, cash secure puts. Those are bringing in $465 right now. You could ask for 463 to get filled, but if you got 465, not terrible. Basically, you're guaranteed to buy the stock at 17.50, and you're getting paid $465 for that. Thus, bringing in dollars instead of cents. That's what we try to do on my channel, my friends. That's what we try to do. BBAI this morning, it's going upwards. Uh, I had sold some December $10 covered calls, I believe, and it went back down. I haven't bought those back because I'm daring the market to take me out. What I did do this morning is I sold some $8 covered calls expiring not December but November. So I believe I brought $95 for those. So at this point, I'm just I did five of those. I'm letting them take me out. My average is $4 on BBAI. If I sell at 8, I'm making 100% return, and I'm bringing in some premium. What is wrong with that? The point of the stock market is to make money, right? I'm making money. Could it go up even more? Sure, it can. We don't know what's going to happen. What I do know is that I want money now. I want money in my pocket so that I could pay um, for my rent or my mortgage or some issue with the car, or so that I could pay, for my credit card bills that are here, medical, anything, man. I could pay for anything with that money. Or guess what? I actually put some money back into my portfolio. I actually decided, hey, you know what? BMNR is kind of backtracking a bit. It wants to find its way upwards. Let me get some more shares. So I brought in some more shares. I bought some more Rocket Company shares. This under $20. There was a 1910 or something, 1920. I brought some more. So at market price. I'm not scared, man. I'm trying to make some money. All right. I'm trying to make some money, and I'm trying to make you money. So let's see where the opportunity is today. RXRX up around 6% this morning. I told you guys those $5 cash secure puts expiring January, like 115, 120, $120 to buy the stock at $5. It's at $5. What is wrong with that? You're essentially buying it at like 480 or 380. Sorry. What is wrong with that? You're basically at the 52-week low. And it's a really good company, very well ran. And it's not an extremely expensive stock. It's $5 a share. And you're buying it for 380. What is wrong with that? It's an extremely volatile stock. It is heavily shorted. There's not too many shares in existence. The float is very low. So get paid. Get paid to buy a really good company, a good stock, very well ran. SOXS 52-week low this morning. Don't be ashamed to go in and buy a couple of shares at 507, 506 because it's at a 52-week low. This is a semiconductor bear leverage fund. So basically, when semiconductors go down, they're at 52-week highs right now. Do you think they're going to stay at 52-week highs for long? They've been there for like a couple of months. What goes up must come down at some point. So going in at 52-week high lows, not terrible. SMCI up today. I bought back some cash secure puts because it took a nice little swing up there. I bought back some ASTS cash secure puts back today, because again, I bought back some open cash secure puts today, some $7 because it's popping, and that's exactly what we do, my friends. We don't try to time the market. Everybody's going crazy right now. Oh my God, what's going to happen with the government? Oh my God, the shutdown. Like, what did I say yesterday? I was on for 2.5 hours yesterday. What was I saying? I said, look, don't try to time the market. You're gambling. See what it's giving. See what the stock is telling you, and then act. If the stock is down 5, 10, 15%, and you like it, go through a cash secure put. One strike below where it's at right now, so you can get more protection to the downside, and then go out a month or two to get a nice fat premium so that you can buy that stock. If your stock is running, 5, 10, 15%, 20% in a day, it's green. Don't be afraid to go through some covered calls and then get paid to hold the stock. Go out, 6 weeks, 8 weeks out, and then go 1 or 2 strike zones above where it's at right now and get paid to sell the stock in the future at a higher price point than it is now, right? So it's that simple, my friends. Kennedy saying good morning. James of the Trees is in the house. So, anyways, curious to see what you guys are working on, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. And so just just seeing what is out there, guys. Let's see here. In any case, yeah. So I wanted to come on, see it is, what it is that's going on. I have a couple of appointments this morning. I got to see 2 doctors. I have to see my physical therapist, and I also have a couple of meetings today. So I'm gonna make it short and sweet. The show today, but again, like I said, I wanted to come on and let you guys know that things are not as terrible as they're making it out to be. If anything, I love it when there's a lot of negative news, and on all that FUD out there, right? That fear, uncertainty and doubt, especially like when it's in every channel. Like we're talking about Fox News, MSNBC, CNN. All these channels are just giving you the doom and gloom, and telling you that that things are terrible, and that we don't know what's going to happen, and this has happened before and it was terrible, and people are going to lose jobs. I mean, listen, people were losing jobs anyway, right? And it's just, this is by design, guys. Right now, I assure you that all these there's a reason the stock market is green, man. There's a reason the stock market is green. It's because retail is scared right now. Retail is not shopping today. Guess who is shopping? Right? Vanguard is shopping today. Chase is shopping today. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, all those motherfuckers are out shopping today. All right. And they're not going to go and buy like, 1,000,000 shares. They'll do 100,000 here, 50,000 there. They'll call their boys and say, hey, listen, we want 20,000 shares of that over there, put it in that one portfolio. And then they call the other homie and be like, hey, we need another 40,000 shares of this one stock, put it up on the other portfolio, which one. And that's exactly how it's done. I hate to say that it's, the game is rigged, but what we're trying to do is take advantage of the fact that it's rigged, because guess what? We're not trying to be Goldman Sachs. We can't. We don't have the money. We don't have, the technology they have. They know how shit is going to trade like hundreds of a second before everybody else. And that matters. That really matters, right? But guess what? We can see what the stock is telling us. We don't have to guess. We know, right? What do we know for sure? What do we know for sure today? We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen Friday. What do we know for a fact? These are fucking facts. They're not feelings. They're not guesses. We know for a fact SoFi Technologies is 26.53 right now. That we know for sure. What do we know? We know that Unity today is 39.06. It is down 2.45%. It was downgraded by Hong Kong Shanghai Bank. And guess what? Right now, it's at $39.06. If you wanted Unity at 45 and 50 and you were like, oh man, it's too expensive, guess what? It's not that terrible now. Can it come down to 35? Maybe, but we don't know if it will. What do? Well, you can go to January 16, 2026. You look at the options chain, sell a put, and then go to the $40 put. It's at $39 right now. So guess what? You could go in the money. Go to $39. $39. Get paid $553 to buy it at $39 in January, right? What does that do? That's essentially having you buy the stock for around $32, 32 and change. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. If you liked Unity at 45 and 40, why wouldn't you like it at 35? You're basically saying to the world, I'm believing that this stock is at least $39 and I want $553 to buy it at $39. Nothing wrong with that at all, my guys. All right. So, dude is in the house. Appreciate you, my friend, with the super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. Mark C saying trying to experiment about Tesla Yield Max Fund, ex dividend no more, and wrote a cover call on the getting paid twice. Is that a thing? Is that a bad thing? So the thing about the Tesla is that that it decays so quickly, man. And like even if you were to get dividends and it still doesn't justify the fact that it burns so quickly. I used to be on it, and I held it for like 6 months, and then I did the math, and it was like between the dividends and the decay, it's like I made like in a hundred on 4,000 shares, I made like 100, like a hundred, sorry, 1,100 bucks. Which is not terrible, but for the amount of money I put in, I could have easily gotten, in 6 months, I could have gotten 30% back, like in a year, or 50, like 55, 60% in a year, in 6 months, 30%. So yeah, I don't really like it. Dude is in the house, man. I appreciate the super chat, guys. If you want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to. There's a super chat that is up now, and I just letting you know, we're keeping the channel alive. And let's see here. Dude, super chat is in here, and I'm going to share it. You donate to the channel, you shout out over here. I hope you guys can see it. In fact, I think you can. And there it is. I hope it's showing. So let's see here. All right. Let's see, my friends. We talked about SoFi a bit, not a ton. Let's see here. SoFi. SoFi's 26.34, my friend. It's kind of taking a little hit. This morning when it hit $27.20, that was the time to sell some covered calls, man. That was the time to sell some covered calls, some 30s maybe for 2026 or December or November. Gotten paid a nice little bit of cash. Right now it's on its way down, so wait for it to go down 4 or 5% and try to go and sell some $25 cash secure puts out to January. Those are at $3, what, 284 right now. Yesterday those were like 350. So I know some people here wrote some $25 cash secure puts, and that's kind of that's kind of how people are getting paid, man. Let's see here. Good afternoon. Let's go, Savage, says Dude Face. Dynamite Fart. Good afternoon. I like the name, dude. That's awesome. Thank you for everything. Sold a $55 put on BMNR for May 2026. Collected $20.95. Goddamn. Goddamn. This dude's making money. Super chat right now, my man. I'm just playing. Listen, that's a great ride, dude. It's a cash grab. It is a fucking cash grab. You basically brought in $2,100 to put away $5,500 in the bank. Basically, that's the way you got to see it. You put it in a vault, and worst case scenario, you get 100 shares of BMNR for like $34 a share. That is great, Dynamite. Straight up, that is great, right? CKT, good morning, all back. Cashing fruits today is like crazy, between 10-15% green, doing the same to create some cash ready. That's exactly what I did. Actually, I bought back some a lot of covered calls and cash secure puts, and I bought back covered calls yesterday. This morning I deployed a lot of covered calls actually, and I sold some BMNR as well. I bought BMNR, so yeah. Mark C, I use Tesla. It is tough though. With a row covered calls, I felt better about it. Holding the yield max. Let's see here. Juan Velasquez. Juan Velasquez is, man, I appreciate you guys, dude. Seriously. Let's see here. Juan Velasquez. I hope you guys, let me see here. Hold on one second. I'm here. Don't trip, guys. I'm actually, I'm on. I just, here, let's see here. Let's see. Uh, Dude and Juan Velasquez. Man, I appreciate you very much. Let's see here. There we go. I hope it's showing. Yeah, Juan Velasquez. Appreciate you, fam. Very much so, dude. Appreciate you, fam. Very much so. There it is. These guys know the deal. I appreciate you guys very much. Um, Juan Velasquez, you're in Spain. The guy's in Spain. He's donating, and I appreciate it. Um, let's go. Someone who doesn't have long pockets and short arms. Mark C. Mark C. I appreciate you, fam. I really, really do, man. Guys, this is awesome, guys. I appreciate it. I'm not gonna be here for a long time. Now you guys are making me wish that I didn't have to go anywhere right now and just stay here. But unfortunately, I have to go to these appointments, man. You guys, I appreciate you guys very much. Um, so that's yeah, man. You guys, appreciate you guys very much. Like I said, Juan Velasquez, uh, donating from fucking Spain. And then dude has been like, dude, I can't appreciate you enough, dude. I appreciate you so much, man. I can't thank you enough. I mean, because seriously, guys, that's awesome. Got some ACHR $12 cover calls for January 26th. 5 for 125. Very nice. I like that CKT. Juan Velasquez Savage. I tried again sending you the 20. Did you get it? I hope so. Great to be here. Taking off tomorrow. Juan, I didn't see it, but I see the 1999 now, and it's all good. That's what I see for sure. So glad you got it. Anytime, Savage. Yeah, man, I appreciate it, guys. So it's just it is all good. It is all good. Let's see. Let's restore the chat. Yeah. Um. Let's see here. Let's add some emotes. Let's see here. What can I get? What can I get here? Yeah. Appreciate you guys very much, man. So here we go. Will Savage strategies. We can all relax and chill. This market is our back. It's our packer. Take the money. Take the money. Never be afraid to take money out of the table, my guys. So glad you got it anytime, Savage. Juan Velasquez, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Mark C, really appreciate you. Dude, you already know I appreciate you. Let's keep our heads on a swivel, right? And let's stay let's watch these markets, right? Let's watch these markets and see how they move. Um right now, let's see here. Mm, where's the opportunity? Well, I mean, Unity is a great opportunity right now, guys. I mean, if you guys think Unity deserves to be, you know, um, kind of 35 and above, don't be afraid to go with some 35 cash secure puts out to January. 36, 35, not terrible. But wait for it to come down a little more. Right now, it's only down 2.67%. Maybe 4 or 5% would be good. Like I said, SOXS, a couple of shares here and there won't hurt, right? 52-week lows. Um, because I mean, it's basically the bear leveraged fund, right? To the semiconductors. So you guys will make a nice chunk of change whenever Nvidia and AMD and SMCI take it in the chin, and it will happen, right? It's just a matter of time. This is going to go up, and it'll go up quickly. GME is 27.61. I'm not writing anything on GME, guys. I've told you I'm kind of very curious to see what happens um, with with GME, and so I'm not really writing anything right now at this moment. Um, and let's see here. Um, but if you were to write anything on, I mean, if anybody wanted to write on GME because they always want to write, um, November 21st, $30 covered calls are giving you $163 right now, right? Um, January 2026, $30 covered calls, you know, 285 would not be terrible. You're essentially selling the stock for 32.85, you know. So I'm personally gonna wait till Friday and see what it gives us, right? Um, and CKT, yes, I read the RKT. Yeah, they were gonna acquire that company, right? And so we knew that. I had talked about that I think last week, and so it's finished, right? And so look, RKT Rocket Companies is gonna make a lot of money, right? The stock is sitting at $19 right now. The stock should be $30 a share. It's not. It's heavily um, uh, undervalued right now, right? So it's okay. You know, the interest rates are going to happen, cuts at least, right? And so once we have two, three more, Rocket is going to be at $30 a share. So right now is when you consolidate. Right now is when you're happy that it's here. So when it goes to $18, $19, that's why I pound the table and I say, guys, $20 cash secure puts out to January, December, $3 and change, 350. You're basically getting paid to buy the stock at $20, and you're getting $3 or 350 times 100. That's $300 or $350. You're getting paid to buy a really good company that's going to make a lot of money. It's a no brainer, man. Um, you think GME will break $30? It will break $30 eventually. I don't know when. I don't have a crystal ball, Chevrolet. I wish I did, but I don't. Um, Trying out QBTS cash puts $18. Wrote January 26th for 201. Wrote at the opening dip. That's good, very good, dude. I like it. That's not a terrible. That basically you're buying uh, QSSTS for, or what is it? QBTS for $16. 15.99. That's not terrible. I just wrote Unity $39 for October 31st and got 305. Cash your puts, of course. I like it. Basically, you're buying it for 35.95. Not terrible. I am here. Did you start without me? Says Wing Commander. I did, dude. I did. Here you go, Savage borrowed mine. Appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it, man. Um, anyhow, I like I said, guys, you know, the opportunity is it's there, man. The opportunity is there. You just have to you just gotta see where look, super microcomputer. If you own any SMCI, right? Um, sell some covered calls. Right now it's up 15%, 10%, 5%, sorry. Write some December calls, right? It's $49. Write a 55. Write a 55 and ask for $485 for 485. You're essentially you're $500 out of the money, right? You're $500 out of the money, and you're getting paid almost $500 to sell it for some clown to give you almost $500 for the maybe your kindness to maybe sell the stock at $500 more dollars, you know, for than it is today. That's a $1,000 move, my friends. That's that's how you got to see it. A $1,000 move has to happen for you to lose your shares. And the greatest thing ever is that as time decays, those are worth less, those calls. As time decays, more options open up and they're worth more up in, you know, above the strike. So you can roll from December to January or February and then go from 55 to 60 and for like $50, or even better, you stay at the same strike zone. If the stock is at $52, $53, you can go up a month ahead and say, give me $200 to sell it the same strike $250 to sell you the same strike. You bring in $250 additional, and you keep kicking the can down the road. And if the stock goes against you, then you could say, hey, you know what? I'm going to sell some 60s for April. Give me $100. What? That's how you do it, my friends. Um, let's see here. What else do we got going today, my friends? Terror Wolf is up a little bit. Riot is down, kind of open. Look, are you holding Open Door Technologies? Great. It's actually running a bit today. Sell some $10 November 21st covered calls. They're giving you $165 right now. $165. What is wrong with that? The stock is at $868. It needs to get to $10 and you get $164 for your problems. If you bought the stock at $4, $3, you're making $700 in addition to the premium. That's $850, a little more over. What is wrong with that? The point of the being in the stock market is to make money, and you're making money. Bears make money. Bulls make money. Pigs get slaughtered. That's just plain and simple. Don't get caught oinking around, man. People that, last week at SoFi was at $30, $29.50. I was saying, guys, sell some $35 covered calls out to January. Bring in $3, $4 per strike or per contract. That's $300, $400 per contract. Right? You would make money right now. Those contracts are a lot less now. You could have bought them back yesterday. And guess what? You could have sold some more this morning. Thus bringing in more hundreds of dollars. Dollars, baby. That's how the game is played, So anyways, just letting you know, that's where your opportunity is today. BBAI, like I said, I sold some BBAI $8 strikes expiring November 21st. I bring like $95. So don't be afraid to sell some BBAI if that's what you're holding. Go out to November. You could do $9 calls if you wanted. If you feel like, oh my God, I don't want to sell my stuff at 800. I want it at 900. Sell at nines. Ask for $75. Sell for $9 in November. Ask for $73 to $75. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that at all, my guys. Nothing at all. Let's see here. Rocket is 1978. Those $19 cash secure puts looking nice right now. Weebull. I love my Weebull. $15 cash secure puts out to January are bringing in right now. $15 puts, $340. You're basically getting paid $340 to buy the stock at 15. It's at $14.50 right now. You're essentially getting $300 to buy it. You're buying it like at less than $12. You're buying it like at $11.50, $11.57, $55. What? It's a great company. It's gonna make a lot of money. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. My fellow simpletons and degenerates, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry I gotta make it quick, but I have to get going. I gotta go to all these appointments. I'm gonna go back to work next week, so I have to start getting ready. And a lot of things, are happening today. So, but I wanted to come in, check with you guys, make sure everyone is doing great. Make sure that you guys are, keeping your ear to the ground, and you don't let this stock market fake you. Don't let all this negative talk, get in your ear. We're here to make money, right? The stock market is up, we sell covered calls. The stock market is down, cash secure puts. And even when the stock market is up, we have a mixed bag, right? Like our stocks may be down. They're down 10, 15%, cash secure put. The market overall may be red as shit, and our stocks are green, 10, 15%, covered calls. What? And that's how you make money, and you keep it moving. You always have something going every month. Every month you have contracts expiring, and then you're kicking the can down the road. You're buying back some cash secure puts, selling covered calls, buying back covered calls, selling cash secure puts. If you have many contracts expiring every month, you're always going to have cash flow. You're always going to have money coming into your pockets, all right? And thus making your life easier, right? Whether it is by paying down bills, whether it is by buying more shares of anything, and then growing your portfolio, which is what I advise. Like, that's how you grow your portfolio. The goal is to make 100 millionaires on this channel, no bullshit, in the next coming years. Will I make it? I don't know. It's my own personal goal. But if I can make it, holy shit, I would feel absolutely great about that. Guys, thank you for watching. I'm the Savage of Wall Street. Tomorrow, 8:30 a.m., be here. I'll be on. We'll go live again. All right. Until then, my fellow simpletons and degenerates, peace out, knuckleheads. I'll see you guys tomorrow. If some shit happens tonight, I may go on tonight. I doubt it. I got a lot of stuff to do. But tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. California time. Be here. Be here. Peace out, guys. Later. One.